All right, I'm beginning my days now with a pre-dawn hike. I'm in a particularly dark area right here. 1 hour up, 1 hour back. I'll go up through the road so I won't stumble on stuff and then come back along the river. All right, like I said, I'm taking the road up and then the river down. This is a shrine that I used to visit with my daughter all the time because it's near our house. I'll go up there and check it out again when it's light. A little bow of respect as I continue on my way. Farmland up ahead. All right, I've reached the shrine, the temple at Hirosawa. Let's go ahead and climb the stairs. Pass through the gates here. Guarded on either side by the deities of fierce faces. One has its mouth open, the other has its mouth closed, making these sounds that represent birth and death. That's a very loud light. And then there's the sandals, significantly like a pilgrimage. And then the stairs that go up to the top. There's a statue of the Kannon deity that resides in the structure at the top. And that Kannon deity is brought out every 7 years and paraded through the valley here. I remember when that happened when we were raising our daughter here, and Emily got to participate, got to dress up and go along with the deity. There's various shrines over there. There used to be a koi pond. Oh, it's right here. And there's a big white koi in there. Years ago. Maybe it's still in there somewhere. Anyway, let's go ahead and climb the stairs. Now this will be a test. There's a lot of stairs. Emily counted them once. I don't remember. Let's see if I can do it and how winded I'll be at the top. Here we go. If I can do it without falling down. It's so good to be back here again, doing this. But I'm not the person that I was before. Gone are the weight of anxiety and worry and midlife confusion that I struggled with in my 30s and 40s and through most of my 50s. It's only now at the onset of the 60s that there's at last the peace that should come of the hard work of trying to live our best lives. Hey, I'm not too winded at all. That wasn't hard. I just walking 1,000 miles through the Anchorhold desert in the last 6 months did the trick. I remember when they put this prayer wheel thingy in here. I don't know quite how it works, but you turn it and get some luck. And then up here, Emily, our daughter, used to climb here to deposit her coins and rattle the bell. Is this the thing about the deity? I remember there was fire involved. There's the bell up there. Oh, here it is. Oops, something's moving in the trees. There's the Kannon. It's brought out every 7 years. I wonder how soon it's due again. There's a big temple bell right there. There's an old cemetery right over here. Let's go take a look. And our cat is buried right down here. You can't see anything now. It's completely dark. Maybe my flashlight will help. We'll go look at the old cemetery. And then beyond the cemetery is the trail to the top of the Yondaira. Here's the buckets to clean the graves. Like I said, there's a graveyard right down there, including the pet. pet cemetery where our dog, goodness, not our daughter, where our dog is, not our dog, a cat, Nickel, a cat that we brought with us from America the first time we moved as a family to Japan in 2003. Now, they couldn't have possibly put this cemetery in a more frightening place at the back of this temple in the forest. And it's kind of the reason it's especially spooky is that this is where they put all the graves of the forgotten people. Because after a while, families die away. I think it's like 7 generations, and a family is finished. It's right up there. Should we go up the stairs? About 7 generations, and every family is finished. Which is funny because it's about 7 generations before your genetics are so diluted one generation to another that your descendants 7 generations out are essentially no different than strangers. And how interesting that on average, families die out after 7 generations. See, it's really hard. This is really an abandoned cemetery. It's hard to find your way up here. See, these are cemetery plots right here. There's human ashes down there, but there's no stones. The stones are gone. And it's really hard to climb without stumbling and falling off the roof. I'm going to do this in as respectful a way as I can. Of course, I'll climb this step now. I'll just take a look at these graves. We won't stay here. This is a grave. This doesn't look forgotten. There's Sakaki. And then looking down here for the incense. There's another grave right here. This one doesn't have really anything just other than the place for the incense. More graves over there. That one has flowers. So maybe this isn't the forgotten part. The forgotten part is further up. The forgotten part, all the graves are clustered together. That's pretty amazing. Okay. I don't want to disturb the dead. So let's make our way back down carefully. Kurt, we're not by the man anymore. It's not so much that I'm afraid of falling so much, although I should be. I don't have the coordination that I once had. It's more that I know that when I do fall, I don't recover like I used to. It takes a long time for me to heal. I don't want to be stuck at home watching TV. I'd rather get out and have fun. Let's see if I can show you the abandoned cluster of graves, which I'm pretty sure are right up here to the right. And this is as far as I'll go in the dark. There is a trail that goes further up. You see anything? I need a stronger flashlight. There it is. I can see it. So what they do is, when people stop paying, when families die out, and no one comes to pay the priest to tend to the graves, they take the stones and they move them and make room for other families in the main graveyard. And they put all the stones together here in a pile. So these are all the stones of deceased families. I mean, well, clearly. Well, it's different, right? I mean, these are deceased people. But think about a deceased family. The whole family is gone. No one's left to care for the stones. No one's left to pay the priest their price to attend to the services of the dead. And what happens is all the stones, I mean, it would be disrespectful for them to just to be, what could you do with them, right? Throw them in the river? No. You stack them up here, one after another. And if you look closely enough, we'll find not just stones, but Jizo statues. Yeah, statues of the patron saint of women. There he is right there. There's Jizo. And another Jizo. Still more. Oh, this is a musical Jizo. This is a Jizo for dead babies. I shouldn't say it, that sounds crass. Children who have passed. But it really is. I mean, there's a not dark, but just a deep side to the Mizuko Jizo. I could make a whole video about that sometime. I have, I'm sure it's somewhere. All of these Jizo statues. Ooh, there's an interesting one. And a big one up there. Why are you up here? Oh, I know, right? Because that's the one that's overlooking all the rest. Huh. And this is a marker for someone who's passed. I wonder why that's there. Anyway, they just go on and on. It's a big pile. Okay. And there's two. Oh, this is for, isn't this the husband and wife thing? Maybe. Let's step away. Thank you, everybody. Give a respectful bow. Okay, and I'll see if I can find my way back. Now, if I was to continue up this way where the light is, that is a trail that goes through an amazing woods. And then there's like a deep cut in the ground. The water is carved out, right through the cut with the walls on either side, inches away. It's like being inside the earth. And eventually you come up the other side. And then there's a network of trails leading up to a place called the Nihondaira, which is the name of this mountain in Shizuoka. And from there you have a magnificent view of Mount Fuji. You can take the ropeway tram across to Kunozan Toshogu Jinja, the place where Ieyasu Tokugawa's the shogun, his ashes were interred for the first year after he died before they were moved to their permanent home in Nikko. It's a real nice place. And this is my backyard now, especially now that Miko and I are buying a house. So every day, first thing in the morning, after I do my stuff that I do in the morning, from 4 to 5, at 5 a.m. I head out and I'll hike until my alarm goes off in the back of my butt. And then I'll turn around and go back and meet my wife by 7 a.m. and she and I can have breakfast together and start our day. Get a lot of exercise and a bit of an adventure. All before the sun comes up, at least in the wintertime. And we're back at the shrine. The ghosts did us no harm. This time at least. Thanks for joining me as we climbed the steps and visited the ghostless graveyard. Wish you all the best. Bye bye. Not back down the stairs. Here we go. Don't fall. Remember, be safe, but not too safe. Okay, I'm descending now out of Hirosawa, the place that Yumiko and I wanted to buy that one house that turned out it was, after all our efforts, not available. In the sunrise, you can see it's starting to come up over the Nihondaira. In just a moment, if we're lucky, not the postman, the newspaper man will ride by on his scooter. I know that guy. I mean, I don't know him personally, but I've been up here enough in the past, and I've seen him. He comes up in the morning and delivers newspapers to the houses in the Hirosawa village, and I've seen him so many times, and I even recognize the sound of his scooter, from years past. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Maybe it's not the same guy, but it sure seemed like it. And he just zipped past me this way, and I bowed at him, and I could see him even bowing, giving me a token bow in the dark. And I'm hoping to capture him as he comes back the other way. But it's the kind of thing that, newspaper delivery. Not much of such a thing anymore in America, but still something here. The daily newspaper spread out on the kitchen table, or the table, the nice big heavy wooden table in the Japanese room, read over coffee or tea in the morning. The sun is indeed coming up, starting to illuminate the valley. Oh, can you see the lights if I hold still? Kind of twinkling up there. Not that big one, the street light, but above it, there's little twinkly lights. Those are the stairs to the temple that we just climbed. There's a dark farmhouse right here. You can't see it. I've got it turned. It's completely in the dark there. I wonder if anybody lives there. You'd think that this time in the morning there'd be some dim light on, but it doesn't look abandoned. And I love walking along this way and having these little street lights creating pools of illumination that you pass into and out of, like a lungfish trudging through the water from one puddle to another on its way to the sea or a lake or something. You know, I used to, when I hiked up here, be a little bit scared in the dark bits between the pools of light. See, there's another pool of light up there. And then it gets very dark between. And you just kind of feel your way with your feet, kind of guiding towards the middle of the road to stay away from the edges. And I used to feel some fear then. Not knowing what. I don't believe in ghosts. I'm not afraid of ghosts. I'm hardly afraid of bears and boar or anything like that. I used to be afraid of snakes in the desert. Really, very real fear. I mean, they were there. Boars are here. That's with these fences. I don't know if you can see it. I don't think you can. There's a fence right here. I'm rattling it right now. Here, I can show you. It's a little better here. This is a... How about this? There it is. You can see it that way. This is a boar fence. Literally to keep out the boar from the farmer's fields. And boars are quite dangerous, so I should be afraid of boar. But that wasn't what I was afraid of then. Back when I was younger and I would do the same hike in the dark. What was it that I was afraid of? Was it just the fear of midlife? You know what it was? I know what it was. I wasn't ready for death. That's what it was. I had responsibilities. I had a young daughter. I had a wife that depended on me as the breadwinner. I had things to do. I hadn't yet found my purpose in life, or even, and much less fulfilled it. So yeah, I was afraid. And it's funny, I wasn't afraid of boars and bear so much, but I was afraid of the whatever it is in the dark that could get you when you're not ready for death. And it's funny, as I was walking up earlier, before the light began to dawn, and it was really, really, really dark, and I was noting to myself, the fear is gone. I just trudging through. I do have a little flashlight to keep it in this little pouch. My new pack is so perfect for everything I need. And if my cold fingers can whip it out. I can't. Here it is. I got it. I got this little pen light. So I can if I want to. And I got that specifically to light the my feet, to make sure I don't stumble over anything. Like I said earlier in an earlier clip about getting hurt. I can't recover. I can't heal well. But I'm not afraid. And it's for 3 reasons. It's because my life's work is complete. My relationships are sound. And my affairs are in order. In short, I'm ready for death. And I don't say these things by way of trying to brag or anything. I don't say, oh, well, everything's done. It's just that, I'm 60 years old. And if I'm going to get stuff done, I better start getting it done now. Because the end could come any time. I mean, so if I was like 30 and I said, yeah, everything's in order, well, that might be a little premature because I didn't even have a kid yet then. My kid is grown and on her own, living her best life now. So yeah, that's why I'm not afraid anymore of the dark. Because there's nothing in the dark that can get me. These pools of light that I come upon, another one just up ahead, they're no longer a sanctuary to me. They're just an intermittent way station along the way. Because I don't fear the valley of the shadow of death, for I have prepared myself to die. It's good enough. I guess we're not going to see the delivery guy. Oh well, the dawn comes nevertheless. Okay, let's carry on. Okay, I'm walking back down the mountain now. I'm going to show you the house that would have changed everything. It's right here. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Am I in the right place? That's not it. Further down here, maybe. Anyway, we would we almost rented this house. If they had said yes, if they had rented this house to us, then we would have certainly never gone to America. But they said no, and we were so disappointed at the time. But it turned out to be, as so often happens in life, right? The thing that the catalyst, the turning point, the juncture that caused us to go into our new life, go back to America and rebuild. I remember I wanted to live near this park. I thought it would be so cool to live next to the park. And the house is right. Is this it? This is it. Is that it? Yeah, this is it. This is the house. The river's on the other side. We wanted it so badly. We applied and they said no. I was devastated. And as a result, this is one of the factors that's led us back to America. One of the things that would have definitely kept us here is that if we had got this house, we would have got a dog. And then the dog would have been we never would have left with the dog. So that's one of the steps in the way, that the road to America. Okay, that was a good 2 hours of walking. I went all the way up to Hirosawa and then a little bit beyond. Had a good walk in the dark, stumbled a couple of times over some tree roots. So I've got to deal with that because I twisted my back just a little bit. Can't be doing that stuff anymore. I'm not young. I can't afford to stumble. Sounds profound. You know what I mean? So I'll work on that. Oh, let's see how Mount Fuji looks. I'll step out of the elevator before I go home. I'm making just in time. It's almost 7 o'clock. Yes, time for breakfast. Let's take a look at Mount Fuji. There it is. Wow. Beautiful dawn at Mount Fuji. Look at that. And Yumiko and I live right here. This is our apartment. For now. 501. Yeah, you can come see me. I'll give you a glass of milk. All right, I'm back and we're with Yoko and Yumiko, and they've taken us to this old kominka house here in Shizuoka that has been turned into a tea shop. And Yumiko and Yoko had come here before, and they said that they were going to take me to try it out. Let's have a look. Reminds me of that sobaya we went to in the mountains. Oh, there's a little dog. His name is Ray. Ray-kun. Hi, Ray-kun. Kawaii. Biguru? Nani? Jack. Hi. Hi, Jack. Hey, Ray. Jack janai. Nani? What is it? Ray-kun. Oh, this is nice. Look at the fish. Look at that. The fish are in a vertical.
How in the world?
I've never seen anything quite like that. Help. We're trapped. They'll trap you too if you stay. Oh, look at this. Is cute. Oh, Yoko, you would like this stuff.
Yeah.
That's right up your alley.
I have this one.
Oh, that's a cute one. I would like to get some. Look at that hato. How beautiful. Look at that nice architecture. Noted. Hi, Ray. Ray, good. He's got a nice little dog house there. Here we go. What a lovely place. Oh, they have all kinds of little things for sale. Tea and preserves, I guess. Jamba. More plants for sale. Okay. Shoes.
Straight tea, lemon tea, and milk tea.
Well, I think.
Also, they are hot or ice.
I think Yoko knows which tea I like.
Lemon tea?
Yep. Hot. Hot Hest is the best.
I got lemon tea too.
Yoko, huh?
Milk tea. Hot.
This is very similar to the one that you bought. It looks like...
No, this is nicer.
Yeah, it is nicer. But yours is nice. The one you got was nice too. It's a nice cabinet. So this is the room where we're going to be served the tea. They've got some nice decorative items here. Love the wood beams there. Look at that architecture. Door there. She's gonna. Yumiko's peeking through. What do you see? She's sneaking a look. She's sneaking a look. Oh, oh, you did it. You did it. Oh, it's just another room. Oh, I see. It's another room like this. And then up here, they have the kamidana, literally the god shelf. There's an old top game, I think. There's a Daruma sign right there. There's the kamidana shelf. A couple of up there. This is called sakaki. It's a special type of leaf that's used with decorative elements like this. And the shelf itself is the kamidana. Or dana, I think literally means shelf. I like the architecture here. This is really nice. Got a little table down here. The fan. Now Yumiko's and Yoko's father was a tataguya, or tatagu. And he made shoji doors and windows like this. There's a nice old clock. We're keeping time. And a small little organ. Isn't that cute with the foot pumps? And I think this is called yukimi, right? That type of a window. Yukimi shoji, so you can see the snow. Although if you're seeing snow out there, then that's a bit of a problem. Nice little bookshelf. All right, and they've got candies too. Is that for before or after?
Anytime.
Okay, oh, don't mind if I do then. Excellent, thank you. One is a nice little table here with a cover. There's Mama's foot. All right, the tea should be coming shortly. Oh, I forgot to mention, the tea is apparently from a 120-year-old plant, grown on the Nihon Daira,
One of them.
or one of them is, grown in Nihon Daira. Here's Yoko's. This is lemon tea.
Yes, but this is bergamot.
What is it?
Bergamot. The citrus.
Oh.
One of the citrus.
Oh.
A different lemon.
Oh, I see.
So good.
And you've got like a little scone or something?
これ在来種なんですけど、
じゃあこっちで。
こちらで、はい、ネイティブスピース。
お、これはねです。はい。
ちょっと色はやっぱり変わりますね。
So,
Coloring is different.
oh, very, yes. So this is the 120-year-old one that I've got, right?
Yeah.
The tea plant. And Yoko's was last February. but also very special. Okay, it's got a little scone and then a teapot.
になります。これはね、ベルガモット。それはね、国産のレモンなので、ちょっと外側の皮が緑色のままですけれど、地元で採れたものだけでやってますので。ありがとうございます。
I'm wrong. This is This is bergamot.
Oh, okay. I thought it was shichimi. No, or no, I mean, no, karashi at first. I thought. So what's the story with yours, Mama?
There's no story.
No story. Okay. No story for you. All right, let's enjoy. Okay, one sip. And change. Mm. Sorry. And this is how we're all trying it out. It's very different, indeed. And now we're back.
これが一番なんか紅茶らしいっていうか、味が強い。
So I just had an interesting revelation. Big thank you to Yoko and Yumiko, who were explaining to me that the black teas that we're having here came from local tea plants right here in the area on Hondaira. And they reminded me that tea, whether it's black or green, comes from the same plant. So it's probably incorrect to call the tea plants that I hear green tea plants. They're basically tea plants. It all depends on the processing. So it's an interesting distinction. Look at that cup, isn't that nice? I've gone ahead and added the lemon in to add a nice citrusy flavor. And if you're wondering about the price to come here, hold your hats. These are 350 yen, 300, here we go. 350, 350, 400, 350, 350, 400. And that includes, that's for the tea service, the sweet, which I've already began to enjoy, the refill pot, and all of this ambiance. Not to mention the company of these beautiful women. Man, I'm telling you, this is a bargain. You should be coming here every weekend.
All those jam out there.
The ladies are telling me that she makes these sweets as well, which is so light. It's so light. An area. It's a very good complement to the tea. And she makes all the sweets, the jams that we saw out there as well. So she's clearly, this is a labor of love, not of profit, because 350 yen is basically like $2.50, $2.60, something like that, right?
Yes.
Less maybe. And remember, there's no tipping. So this is an endeavor to cultivate culture and interest.
それが入ってます。
Ah, 古いタンツ。
そう。
Ah.
アルバムとかなんかも
These are the old storage
あれ
sheds.
になるの。
Look at that.
あ、
わあ、すごい。
古い。そう、あれなんか冷蔵庫ですね。
そうなんだ。
そう、オールドリフレジュレーター。
いいですか、写真撮っていい？面白いです。
面白いです。
あれは冷蔵庫です。アイスボックスね。
そうそうそう。
あ、
一応ね、リフレジュレーターで、
コジ。
でもここにね、氷を入れるんですよ。
OK。
ここに氷を入れて、中に食材を入れて、いや、これはちょっと。
アイス。はい、そう。
そう、
氷ね。
そう、冷やすようにできてます。こうやる。止まらない。
これは大正時代から昭和時代？
これは昭和の初めかもしれませんね。掛川で冷蔵庫作ってたそうで、これは横須賀っていう掛川の横須賀でできたものみたいです。これを見ると。そう。
あれ気をつけてね。
そう。低いのでね、そう気をつけて。
でもこれは古いね。
古いですね。
これは大正時代、明治、江戸時代？
これはそう、明治です。
明治。
明治時代ですね。
Wow, look at this. It's beautiful locking mechanism. I've seen some of these when I was an antique dealer. These are here, all these buckle things. Wow.
ちょっとあまりここは書類がいっぱい。
Another old tansu there. あれはタンスね。これも
タンスです。
これもタンス。
この中が。
Oh, so.
タンスになってます。
Oh, and it's got the drawers in there and a little lock. ね。
そう。
重 面白いです。
面白いですね。
これはこの家から、この家のタンス？
そうですそうです。
So from this house.
写真がありますよ。持ち主の。
Up in the roof.
おばあちゃん。いやそこにねおばあちゃん。亡くなったおばあちゃんが。
She's happy to show her house.
タンスはこのおばあちゃんのです。
Oh, it's her.
ちょっとそれはおばあちゃんの写真。
ああ、そうですか。This is the owner's.
そうです。
これはあなたのおばあちゃん？主人のおばあさん。そうですか。
私は別のところから。
I see。はい、わかりました。いいや、面白い。
素敵なお部屋ですね。
いやいや。
わ
お盆の時とかしか使わないですよね。仏間なので。
綺麗ね。お、ダルムさん。
そうですね。
ダルムさんね。
そう、ダルマさん、七転び八起きって。
これは何ですか？
これはライティングデスクですね。
A ground level writing desk.
見たことないで
That
す。
is
これも日
beautiful.
本製です。ここでおじいちゃんがなんか書き物して墨をこぼしました。
このおじちゃん？
そうそう、ニコニコしてるおじいちゃん。
That was his writing desk. Wow. こうやってね。こうやって。Like this.
本当だ。あったね、そういう学のね。
So many interesting
東
things.
豊田中学校だって。本当だ。
そう、娘がね、やってるんですよ。
東豊田小学校と中学校。
あ、そう。大変だったね。小学からですか？
やだでも小学1年生の頃泣きながら。
そうですよね。ここですもんね。朝ものすごい早い時間に、同級生、娘の同級生がね、八木さんっていうお宅が平沢の方にありまして、そうあの子は本当に中学校じゃなくて山を越えてきてます。吹き上げの方に越えてね。
Okay. So they have the yuzu marmalade. We're gonna get that.
獅子柚子って柚子と違くて酸っぱくないんです。苦くもない。なので子供でも食べやすい。
そうなんですね。
で皮が美味しいので、皮をメインにしているマーマレードになります。これは。350円です。ありがとうございます。1100円です。お疲れ
様でした。ありがとうございました。Well, what a pleasant experience that was. Wow. So it turns out the proprietress of this place went to America, to Los Angeles, no less, to learn how to fly airplanes and helicopters, no less. And now she runs this establishment. The family owns tea fields up on the Nihon Daira, near where we live, and they foster this black tea. And this is the mascot right here. I had a great time. We came away with some preserves, some candies, and we had a delicious time. And all for a very reasonable price. I could see myself coming back here and just sitting there at that little place and reading my book with a cup of tea. All right. There you go. Yeah, wouldn't that be? Ogyak-san. Off we go. Okay, we're gassing up. Yumiko's got the anti-static hand thing there. Take that off. There you go. I'll help you. Want me to do it? Got it? She's already popped it in there. Off it goes. So our chimney is stock right now, but we have plans to do some nice stuff to it. Make it nice. Keep it clean. There's a hose out in the front yard where our parking space is for our car, so I'll be able to keep it clean. We can wash it. But the door's not closed. The car is very well sealed. It's hard to close the door sometimes. It doesn't really pop. Okay, so we'll get some gas and then we're going to go off and try to get some lunch. Okay, it's lunchtime. Today we're having yakitori at this place, which my old buddy Jim might remember. Black and White Shadow had a yakitori festival here years and years ago before I left. So, time for yakitori. Bummer, they're closed. So we're going to have to think of something else. But the good thing is there's lots of options.
You have to enter the number from the menu.
Oh, they used to come to the table.
863.
Confirm.
Topping, salad. Oh, we can do salad set.
Oh, let's do that.
Comes with drink bar.
Oh, let's do that then.
Yeah, I think I'll do. Okay.
Carbonara.
848.
So we're at Jolly Pasta. Fun pasta place that's very close to our home, just a few minutes walk.
Salad set.
We used to come all the time with Emily.
What?
It got a nice drink bar over there. And we can just get the drink here. Here's Yumiko's. What is it, Yumiko?
Dongore Bianco.
And this is a favorite. Used to get this a lot when we used to come here, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice. We're checking out, and when we were before, Emily would always pick something out from here. So just to keep up the tradition, I got the supai gum, the super sour gum to try. Gotta keep up the tradition, right? Yumiko and I have walked with the dogs up to our house from her dad's house right along the river. We timed it at 5.5 minutes. So I'll show you. We can if we go through the Ai Mori or the Totoro Mori. But so this is the Yoshida River. This is an Akia right here, an empty house. And this is not our house. So the river's here. See all this land here? Zoom it out. All of this land right here has been vacant since what? Well, the last time it was like registered was like 10 years before Yumiko and I were born, so like 70 years ago. So it's basically whoever owned it from that registration is certainly long dead. And our house is on the other side of this wall of green. So you can see all of this land here. It used to be farmland. And you can see the wall right over there. And we're going to try to secure this land, if not buy it outright. What a big old giant tree right there, huh? Another one here. And then this river here would be our backyard. Now there's a trail that goes through to our backyard. So all this land, all the way up to there. So I want to buy all of this and make this our backyard. Now it looks dark and gloomy right now. That's because it's wintertime and the sun has set below the horizon. But in the summertime, it would arc right across here. This is the south right here. So it would get really good ample sun all through the summer, the growing season. And then there's a little rivulet right here, or drain. And then over here, bamboo has gone crazy. Bamboo gone wild. And I'm thinking that we could cut all this down. And the realtor, I think he's gonna. I know that bamboo? Yeah. Oh, wow. So this is the trail that goes through. That's our house right there. And the realtor is going to try to help us to find the owner of the land and either buy it or hopefully they'll rent it to us. He thinks that they'd even rent it to us for free. So this is our house. Right here. Now someone had a garden here before. 2 little garden plots. This berm right here is managed by the city. They make sure that it won't slide in on us. And above that is a farm field. This is the edge of our property line right here. So you see we have a little bit of land. I mean, not a lot, but between here. And if we took this shed out, we'd have even more garden. But of course, to get the sunlight, we need to cut all this back. And here's the citrus tree. And Yumiko has found a place to sit. Nice.
We'll have to extend this all the way.
All the way across. Or maybe a big old stone. Well, there's an old hoe. Right there. So somebody's been doing some gardening. All right, that's it. So that's a tour of our potential backyard if we can find a way to take possession of it. Isn't that nice? It's vanilla ice cream with fruit, and then is that anko? Anko. The kind of the soybeans that have been kind of made kind of sweetened soybeans.
No, not soybeans, red beans.
Red beans, there you go. Well, that looks good. We're going to continue watching a show. All right. Thank you, Yumiko. Itadakimasu. Okay. Welcome to the, what is it, the 15th day or 14th day of December 2024. My name is Kurt, and this is my daily good life meditation, an exercise that I do each and every day, currently at the end of the day, bath time, to remember my life objectives and principles, those which are outlined in my book, Going Along. I also use this time to think about the last 24 hours and how I did with the various challenges and the opportunities that I met. I recite the objectives of my creed, and I ready myself for death. Okay, but first let's check the color of the bath. It's green tonight. Yumiko prepared a green bath. Very nice. Feels so good. It was such a cold day. Okay, as for today, I can't think of any challenges or any opportunities even. It was just an average day of unfolding events with no necessity really drawing anywhere. Although I did feel for the first time like I was back in an imperfect place. Because you kind of idealize the other places where you're not. And from the desert and from America, I did that of here, and from here I did that of America. And I knew when I got back that first couple of days that I wasn't seeing past my colored lenses. But today I saw Japan for the fact that it's regular people. Very special and interesting regular people, but nevertheless. And that was like suddenly realizing that Santa wasn't a lie, wasn't real, when you already knew that wasn't the case. That wasn't a surprise. It's like, that moment happened. In good news, well, it's pretty much all good news. Yumiko and I kind of reached the point where we are very excited about the house. It's been pretty much nothing but. There's been no other shoe to drop. The house that we're buying. It's all good. That's because we narrowed our path slowly over 2 years to deliver us to a property and a home that would best meet our needs. And this is the one. Couldn't have been better. Literally, I can't think of any other way it could be better. Sure, it could be a comic of it. No, I've changed my mind about that. I really don't want an old house like that that's gonna fall on top of my head in a big earthquake, which is due, or require amazing amounts of work to make safe. I'd much rather take a place like this, the one we're gonna buy. Not this, but this, the one we're gonna buy. Not quite a kominka, but definitely a safe place to live, a safer place to live. So I think that's about it for the rearward-looking reconnaissance of yesterday and today. As for my creep, it consists of 8 objectives. Number 1, to be always ready to die. 2, to make good and effective use of time. 3, to develop and maintain good and sound life principles. 4, to cultivate good emotional reactions. 5, to perform good actions. 6, to recognize my true limits and true opportunities. And 7, to do just one thing at a time and do the things slowly, deliberately, and carefully. And 8, to keep my balance. That brings me to the question of death. Am I ready to die? Are my affairs in order? Yes, they are, definitely. Are my relationships sound? Yes, they are. Quite so. 3, is my life's work complete? Oh yeah, definitely. I have more that I'd like to do, but in terms of the necessary stuff, it's all finished. So I guess so. I guess so with that I can sign off for the day. I wish you all the best. Oh, I already went to that. Be safe, but not too safe. Take care.